Hello there, this is Tailz from Studio Wildfire, and I'm here to demonstrate the new Egyptian map tiles set. Here we are in Fantasy Grounds, and this map tile set, you can get it in Fantasy Grounds, you can get it in Foundry Virtual Tabletop, you can also get it as a raw art pack where you're basically just getting the images. But we're in Fantasy Grounds to try this out, so let's have a go at building a map. So I've created a blank map canvas. I've set the map grid to 180, which is the pixel size I use for the map grid. So let's start whacking down. So let's start with the sandstone floor. And here we go. You can see the floor tiles that we've got for the sandstone floor. So let's first create a quick room. So here we go. So we'll pop that one down there. Now you'll see that there's some bricks with hieroglyphs on it. So I'm going to make a little room with a hieroglyphics outline on the floor and a tile in the middle with some hieroglyphs. So let's put the corner piece in there. Now, it's that one I want there. Then we go to the next page to get these pieces. That's a bit of floor, so let's just quickly pop that into a folder, call this floor. Putting everything in folders is a good way of keeping your map as you build it structured. Then we'll create another folder. Oops. Did I make? Yep, I made it inside this folder. So we're going to call this one walls, and it's quite obvious we're going to be putting, if I can get it out of that folder, and then a floor below our walls. We're going to be putting our, oops, that's a pit trap. So we're putting our walls into that folder. Here we go. So we've got a couple of different designs for the walls. We've got some walls look very bricky. We've got some walls that are just flat sandstone. Then we have walls, if I can find them, that have hieroglyphics. So let's pop down some smooth walls. Go to the next page. And then we'll go for this. Oh, that's got some hieroglyphics. I want some smooth walls, not hieroglyphic walls, just for this room. Oh, and that's got a bit of damage on it. Looks pretty cool. Then we want a wall at the top here, and a wall on the side. There we go. Now, we're going to put a doorway down here. So we have a folder. So back to that, we have a folder called Cornerstones and Doorways. And we'll just scroll down here. There we go. So we can use these ones that have nice sharp corners. There's our room. Let's just say we want to have some pillars holding up this room. We have some pillars. If I can find them. Here we go. Columns. So we use these ones. You just drag them out, plop them down. Oops, wrong one. And it all snaps to, let me just put this over here. All snaps to the guide, so it's nice, easy to use. There we go, there's our, I'll just hide the grid. There's a quick room with some pillars. So let's make another room out here. Or actually, let's make a corridor and another room. So I'll just scroll over this way, turn our grid back on. So let me just pop these into the walls folder. There we go. And we'll go back to the floor folder. So let's make a little corridor, and we'll have a pit trap in the corridor. So starting with the floor. So we have to go back to our sandstone floor. So we put a bit of damaged. There's a bit of damaged tile. Now let's put a pit trap here. So just scroll through until we find our pit traps. So there's a covered pit trap. There's an open one that goes into darkness, or we could have one that, this looks like it goes to a floor below. But we'll use one of these bigger ones. This one. So it's something that they've really got to jump over. And it's just going to go to a floor below. And then we'll maybe have an entrance to another doorway, another little entrance there. Let's go back. So we've got, so in the pack we've got these 2x2 tiles, so you can quickly fill in rooms. And we've got 2x1, so again, quickly fill it in. And then 1x2, so we're just, really quickly filling in a room. But we've also got the, go back up the top, we've got the single 1x1 tiles. So there's our room. So we want to make a corridor coming along here, and a room in here. What I'll do is I'll put a staircase in here, and then maybe another room here. So this is just really quick to show you how you can build maps pretty quickly. So, okay, now that we've made those, let's put them into our floor folder. There we go. So it's a good idea to keep everything in folders. That way, you can, if you want to come back and rework the walls, you can just work on the walls. You could lock that folder so that now you can't edit anything. Same with the floor. Makes everything easy to find. So let's go up to our back to our sandstone walls, because I'll make a second floor because we've got a really cool texture for our second floor, which is a wooden texture. So we'll have a look at that in a moment. But this time I'm going to put little hieroglyphics in the wall texture. So that's just, you just search through. Or actually, I'm going to use our passageways, because this is just a passageway here. So we can quickly just use these passageway tiles, which are basically the wall tiles just pre-done, so that we can just, if we're quickly making passageways, we can just plonk out some ready-made passageway wall sections. And have a look for our sections that have hieroglyphs. Here we go. That's one. So we'll pop that there. So we'll have an entranceway here, an entranceway here to a set of steps. So I'm not going to put the passageway here, but the other side. Let's just pop it there, and we'll have a doorway here. And there we go. There is our quick passageway set up, ready to go, with a pit trap. And we'll have a doorway here, and a set of doorways here. So again, just grab these, pop it into our walls. Now we'll go back up to our walls, go to our cornerstones, jump to, because I want a doorway section here. So we find the right, that's the one I'm looking for. Pop that there. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Here we go. And that's our intersection completed. And this could be coming off to somewhere else, could be an entrance, whatever. We could build that in a moment. But we're going to build a doorway here and a doorway here, but we want a wall down this section. So let's pop this one here, so he caps off those walls. And then we want a flat bit. And we'll have a look for our hieroglyphs. Here we go. And we just need hieroglyphs on this side. It may have gone past it. Yep, here we go. There we go. Done. Because everything, assuming you've got your grid set to 180, it'll snap into position. So that's in the position that we want. Then I'll put a wall in here, but we'll use these bricky walls, these uneven brick walls. So that one. I'll use this one. And down the bottom, that one there. And then we go back to the top of the list, because all the corners are at the top of the list. So we want this one, because he'll be up there. We want this one, because he'll be in this corner. And one down here, this one. Oops, I picked up the wrong one. That one. Now we just want two straight bits. So that one, and this one. And then we want a corner piece just here. So back to the top, cornerstones, and this one. And he just pops in right there. So that's that room completed. Now, we're going to put in a staircase here, going to an upper level. But again, first things first, pop these into the correct folders. So this is into our walls. Now, I've changed my mind. I'm going to make this a really quick map. We're going to replace this one with a corner. So we'll get rid of that. And that one. So we'll put in a corner here and a corner there. So we'll quickly find this corner. There we go. Because what I'll do is I'll have a staircase going up here to an upper level room here. And that'll be a quick little demo of this map. So we want to go back to here, and then we want this one with the hieroglyphs around there. So that's a corridor coming around. So a quick map. Okay, staircase. There's a number of ways you can do staircases with map tiles. The easiest one, and I better pop these into our walls folder. There we go. Yep. Okay, so the best way to work, well actually the two different ways that we could do a staircase is we could have a spiral staircase or a straight staircase. So I'll make a straight one and then I'll make a spiral one. So let's go to our soapstone floor. Now what I like to do is I like to fill in where the staircase is going to go first. Now a straight staircase is you have straight sections. So for example, this would be a straight section, floor, straight section. So here we go. That's our ground that we're building our staircase on. Now we have two folders here, spiral steps, we'll look at that in the second part, and then standard steps. So let's have a look at the standard steps. And here we are. This is where you can see that it's a straight section. It's a straight up instead of curving around a central pillar. So in order to do this, we start with, now that we've got this little bit of floor section here, we start with the bottom tile, or the bottom set of steps. There they are. Pop them in. Just goes overlay. Now we want so that comes up to here. Now we want to go up here, so we find, oops, we want this section. So we grab that one, and we put him there. Now that's a really simple staircase. So what you would do from here is you would, I'm actually going to put this in a second folder so that I can easily hide it. Call it straight steps, and we pick that up and put it in there. So if we're going to put a wall in, we just put a wall around the side of that. I'll just quickly do that now. Sandstone walls. So what you would do is you have a corner piece. So I'll just use the flat texture. So you'd have a corner piece there. You would have a cornerstone. Let's go with this one. You'll put it there. So that's our corner. And then just two passageway pieces. So you would go, I'll use these ones that have like the bricky type breakup. No, back up. These ones. Yep. And there we go. There's our, just hide the grid. There's a quick straight staircase for you. Coming up to a second level, which we'll put here. But let's say we don't like that. Let's just say we don't want it. So I'll put that in there. There we go. So this is the good thing about doing folders, is that, let's just say I built that, I don't like it, hide it. But now I can easily unhide it if I want to put it back. So let's just say I'm going to hide it, and I'm going to build a different staircase. Oops, we don't create that. That's in here. There we go. Let's call it spiral stair. So starting with this one, once again, let's put down a floor. Because a lot of the tiles that I use have see-through bits, so we want to see the floor through the steps. Okay, so back up to our floor. And again, we're just going to grab. So because this one's going to have a turn to it, we need it as a block, like a square, so 2 by 2 square. So I'm going to fill in that 2 by 2 square. There we go. So this will be what the steps are placed on top of. So pop it in there. Now, the next bit is that we go into the spiral steps section. And you'll see it's a little bit more involved because we have to, once again, start by placing down the bottom layer and then the top layer on top. And it depends also on which direction the staircase is spinning, whether it's going clockwise or anti-clockwise. So it also we also have two different sizes. So there is a 10-foot wide staircase. I'm only going to build a 5-foot wide one here, but this 10-foot wide assumes that your staircase has a width of 10 feet. So it will actually take up 20 feet in the whole circumference, because you would go that one there, and then where's the next one round? No, that's the one I just put down. I've got to pick up the right one. I think it's that one. Yep. So as you can see, it's quite a large staircase coming around. But we're going to build a 5-foot wide, so we're using these ones down here, which are, as I just pop it down, as you can see, it's only a 5-foot wide staircase. So let's hide that. Now we want the staircase to come in here and come up this way. So I'm actually not going to use this, but we'll be going over that in a minute. So let's start with this one. And that is going to be our first step. So we're coming in this way. Now ignore the little bit of shadowing that's going over the wall because I haven't rearranged the leveling here. So let's pop it in here. So you see, there we go. So when the walls go in, they'll be over the top of this. Now, we want it to go up. No, we want the pivot to be there. So we're coming up this way. Okay, so we could have actually done it down there. But we'll come up and come out here, actually. Okay, so now here's an interesting thing. With the staircase, if I just go and put the next one on top of it, which is this one, so it's like that, you notice this step looks bigger than these ones. That's because we don't have a step in the middle here. Now how you fix that is you come back, you go to the normal steps. Now I'll just get this one out of the way so I can show you. And you put in, go to the bottom of the list. Yep, here we go. You put in one of these pieces. So you'll see it's called Sandstone Steps Top. This is actually the top step. So for example, if I pop this one here, now you see you've got the shadowing and you've got that top step. And now if I put this one in the right order, so it's on top of that one, in there, it now looks correct, which is what we want. And in fact, I could go and be a little bit more tricky. We could go and grab one of these steps, which is a straight section, but put it under here. So if I bring it in, so if I put it in now, it's in the wrong spot. It's over the top of all of these. So what I need to do is bring it underneath. Actually, I'll put it in this of the there. So that goes there. I'll bring these down so I can put them into the folder. That goes on top, followed by that one. There we go. So this is our spiral staircase coming around. I think I put this one. Nope. Yeah, this one should be under that one. There we go. Excellent. So you see we've got a little straight bit, round a bit of a curve, and coming up to the next top level. So let's go and put a set of walls over the top of that. So making staircases can be a little bit of fussing around with getting the layers in the correct order, but once they're done, they're done. Okay, let's go to our walls and grab some cornerstones because we're going to have a turn just here. So I'm going to use the curved little block. Here we go. There. Then we want to have just a straight bit of wall right here. Let's use these ones. Now, same thing on this side. I could have used a passageway which had pre-done, but I didn't. So I just use this one. There we go. Now I want to have a square piece coming back around. Let's use this one. And back around again. So we want to use this one there. And then we want to turn it back in because our room's actually over here. And there. And then we need a corner piece right there. this one. There we go. So you'd be coming along this corridor, you'd go, oh, steps, up here, and there's another room. So let's make this room. I could have probably designed this staircase a bit better so that it's actually over here to make the maps, a rectangle, so that when I export it, it doesn't have like a blank bit. But maybe we'll make another room there. But let's just make a room here. So this is where I'm going to show the. So actually, let me just put these into the position they should be in. There we go. Okay, so all of those tiles are together in that folder. So we could go, if we don't like that, we could maybe use that one. Nah, let's use this one. Looks better. So I'm going to have a wooden layer in here. So let's create, so back to sandstone floor. I'm just going to pop in 2 pieces because I'm going to have the wood with a set of steps rising here. So I put them down first, come back, wooden floor. This is the wooden floor texture that we have. So let's just pop that there, and pop this one here, and then we'll put in just some bits of. There we go. So there's our wooden floor. Now we have some steps. So I'm just going to put a little edge here with 2 steps. These are all the different step pieces we have, but we only want 2 steps. So let's just go through the list. Here we go. So we want these ones. Because we want it to look like you come up to the stone and then the wood is stepped from the stone to this step layer. Now, because these wooden planks are running this way, we have some little edging overlays to make it look as if this is cut, but it's still weathered like this edging here. So in the steps folder, go to the very back of it. Now, when you look at them, they look like there's nothing in them, but there's a little bit of edging in them. So you pick it up, pop it down. See how, if I hold it here, you can see the edging, but if I put it here, it gives edging to the tiles, to the wooden planks. And there we go. And that's how it works. So if I just hide there we are. And it looks like the planks come along, and then we have steps. So let's pop a wall around this. So actually first I'm going to pop these into our floor. There we go. And then put a wall around it. Sandstone walls. So let's just use our flat wall, our smooth wall, sorry. This one can have a bit of damage to it. And there'll be a corner here. There we go. Now we'll need a wall section there. So we just search through till we find the texture elements we want. So we want some small ones, smooth sections, such as that, and with a bit of damage, that. And then same thing here, which is this one. And snaps in position. And then we need to cap off that little corner. There we go. There. And that's, very quick little build of a map. You could, go and continue this with lots more rooms, start to build, a section out the front. For example, if you were building the outside wall, You could, if I go back, to make this room more interesting. If I go and find, so you could be putting in, let's just say, this is the external wall. I'm just quickly grabbing some tiles. I'm not concerned about the texture. This is just to give you an idea of what you could do. So if we're building an external wall here. Let's just get the view back to reset the zoom. We could put a window in because we have window tiles. So let's go back up here. And we have a look for window overlays. Now we have a big one, large window. Now we want these on the outside, so let's just flip it. And it'll snap on top of the wall. So we'll have another window here. Again, just rotate it and pop it in position. So there's our window. And you could use your dynamic lighting to have lighting come in through the room. And that's how you can quickly build maps with map tiles. Thank you for watching. I hope you have lots of fun building your Egyptian themed adventures. Thank you.